Yo, so welcome back, people. One Piece chapter 1086 has hit the streets. And before we even get started, I want to take the time to wish Oda a speedy recovery. If you guys don't know, he was in surgery recently for his astigmatism. So we just wish him a smooth and speedy recovery. Now that we've done that, make sure you guys drop a like on the video because that's how we're going to get in the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe because we're on our way to the 400 subscriber crew, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and let's get straight into it.
Hey, listen!
Yeah, so the story picks up with the closing of the reverie and its mayhem. All of the Alabasta subjects are running around. They're looking for Vivi. They're looking for King Cobra. Pell is like, oh my gosh, did his condition worsen? And yeah, bro, his condition worsened a lot. We actually cut to Vivi and Wapol making their escape. And we see Wapol talking to Big News Morgans here. They've managed to escape onto Aegis King Dom's ship. And I actually looked up everybody who was in attendance at the reverie. We have not met this person. So as far as I can see, Oda is introducing a brand new character here. But Vivi and Wapol have managed to stow away on his ship, and Morgans basically promises to go over there looking for a scoop and for them to use that opportunity to hop on board. Of course, Wapol's so shook, he's gonna take any opportunity to escape, and Vivi's like, yo, I need to use your transponder snail to talk to my dad. Let me just make sure to tell him I'm okay. And Wapol is like, no way, like CP0 is already after me. I'm not helping. Of course, he knows the truth. He knows that King Cobra is, dead. After that, we see that there is a manhunt for Sabo. There's a manhunt for Vivi. CP0 themselves are going around looking for these people. And we see that Bonnie has found her way onto the Taijin Kingdom ship as a stowaway. She seems to have transformed again, maybe into a little kid. And we see Sabo, of course, over here trying to recover. He's a stowaway on a ship as well, and he's thinking to himself that he just needs to make it to Lelucia Kingdom to figure something out. We see that Sabo clearly took heavy damage from when Imu was attacking him and Cobra, that he's bleeding profusely and he has to rest. Thinking back to when Cobra basically gave him his last mission. Sabo, remembering Koba's sacrifice, he gets emotional, bro, because he knows what's going on and he's bearing a really heavy burden right now. From here, we cut to the Gorosei actually discussing the topic, and they're saying that, well, I guess we really wanted to go to Egghead and solve what's going on there. Of course, we know that the Straw Hats are in it with Vegapunk over there, but this takes priority. So this is basically Oda laying out for us what issues the Gorosei want to tackle first, and this issue is clearly more important. But while they're discussing that, they get a call from Imu telling them it's time to use Vegapunk's invention. Use the Mother Flame. So this seems to be the weapon that they used against the Lelucia Kingdom to wipe it out of existence. It's called the Mother Flame, and apparently Vegapunk invented it. So they go on discussing that they would rather, of course, test it on somewhere like a forest or something like that because they've never used it before and there's no way of telling its effectiveness. A sea-based target like Lelucia Kingdom would be a little bit messy, and of course a lot of people live there. So why do they choose Lelucia Kingdom, they ask? Well, Imu answers that here, and he says it's close proximity. Now, I'm not sure if Imu means it's close proximity to Marijoa or it's close proximity to Egghead. Either which way, the reason that they're making an example out of Lelucia Kingdom is because they want Egghead to reconsider their response. Of course, we know that York has some sort of secret that she knows in Egghead, and she's kind of blackmailing the Gorosei to become a celestial dragon in some way. And of course, Vegapunk himself is no longer in league with the Gorosei. So Egghead right now to them is a big red flag, and they're trying to figure out what to do with it. Imu just gave them the answer. And here Oda drops the names of all the Gorosei. That's right, all of their names have been revealed. Of course, we have Saint J. Garcia Saturn. We've already been introduced to him. He's currently on his way to Egghead to make preparation for the use of the Mother Flame. And we have the environmental warrior god, Saint Marcus Mars. He's the one with the long beard and the long hair. We have the justice warrior, Saint Topman Valkyrie. He's the bald one with the epic mustache. We have the finance warrior, Saint Ethan Baron V. Noose Judo. He's the bald one with the glasses that's always holding the sword. And I gotta be honest, shout out to Tekken here, I much preferred Samurai Gandhi. And last but not least, we have the warrior of agriculture, Saint Shepherd Jew Peter. See what he did there? Oda kept their name scheme going, being named after planets, but you know, sometimes you just gotta read into them because they are puns. Jupiter is Jupiter, Venus, Judo is Venus. So you just gotta think about it that way. Shout out to Oda, of course. So Imu gives them their orders, but he's like, one more thing. Retrieve Princess Vivi. So Imu has put the retrieval of Princess Vivi at a very high priority, and yo, she's gonna be a super important character going to the future. Of course, I have a video called Vivi's Plan that talks all about this. Make sure you guys check it out. I will link it in the description. From here, we see that the world government has mobilized between the disbanding of the warlord system and of course the Aegis and Taijin kingdom rebelling. The military is stretched really thin right now. We see that they deploy the Dofi, Moria, and Crocodile, so we know they're gonna be OP. And of course, what devil fruits do they have? Interesting. And of course, they even mentioned that they spotted Crocodile on Empty Bluffs Island, so they know where the Cross Guild's headquarters are. So 9 chances out of 10 we're gonna see them pulling up on the Cross Guild here pretty soon, and they're gonna have to defend themselves. So that's gonna be very interesting. We go on for Sabo to explain here that the second that they docked at the Lucia Kingdom, it was an ambush. They arrested the king, the princess, and of course we know the rest. Sabo goes on to explain that since he was a stowaway, he made it onto the island no problem, and a lot of them welcomed him with open arms for the killing of King Cobra. This is when he saw the news, and the rebellion is in full effect, so Sabo couldn't even tell them the truth. He also goes on to explain that right when he set sail, he rerouted his call through Lelucia so that when the government intercepted his call, because he knew that was going to happen, it would still seem as if he was on Lelucia, but he wasn't expecting them to wipe out the country in the process. And they take the time to come to grips with the fact that the world government has this power. They have the power to erase islands off the face of the map. And I gotta say, did Vegapunk invent an ancient weapon? Is that what's going on here? Because that's what it seems like. However, Ivankov actually interjects with a side note here. He's like, wait, Sabo, did you say Emu? And this is where Ivankov reveals that one of the 20 sovereigns, one of the creators of the One Piece world, was named Saint Emu of House Nerona. So this is basically confirming all the theories that Emu was from the Void Century. But if that's not enough, Ivankov goes on to explain that now that we know that the possibility of giving someone eternal youth is real, hence Law's fruit, then we know that there's somebody out there that doesn't need to worry about death. And it just goes to show here that they've figured the whole thing out. They've deduced the fact that, of course, Emu could just be sharing the same name, but what are the odds? What are the chances that someone who can command the 5 elder stars wouldn't be the exact same person from 800 years ago? Ivankov goes on to complete his theory by saying that if the world government is in possession of this weapon, then of course we know that Vegapunk is probably the only person that could invent such a thing. And Dragon's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Vegapunk would never invent a straight up killing machine, right? However, Ivankov goes on to say that if this person is indeed from the ancient kingdom, then this could be an ancient weapon. And there's the connection. Dragon chimes in here to say that Robin did tell us that the ancient weapons exist, but why would they want to use it now? The Revolutionary Army has their work cut out for them, and it is heating up. From here, the narrator takes over and you know something's about to go down. And he says that back in the present day, a celestial dragon was sentenced to death. But of course, that information would never be put out to the public. And we get a reveal here of the man who sentenced the celestial dragon to death, and he's revealed to be the former king of the God Valley, the current commander of the Holy Knights, Saint Figerland Garling. And I'm not gonna lie, this guy looks badass between his hair and his beard. It looks like a moon. And of course, he's related to Shanks, right? He's a Figerland. So is he Shanks' father? Who knows? He looks badass there though. And unfortunately, the one that got put to death was none other than Saint Don Quixote Mossguard. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm a little emotional here because Mossguard is a good guy. We've seen him go from basically an a-hole to a good guy, and he protected the fishmen from Saint Charlos. And man, this is just so sad to see. And we get a quote from Saint Figerland here, and he says that anyone who protects scum is lower than the scum they protect. So clearly he has an issue with even royals, right? I mean, the guy used to be a king himself. However, he can even consider King Neptune and other royals as scum. This man has a real god complex, of course. That is the end of the chapter, and One Piece is gonna be on break for a while, guys. While Oda recovers, One Piece is gonna be on break for about 4 to 5 weeks. We have a lot to talk about, and of course, Oda needs his rest and recovery time, so we are not tripping over here. We will be talking about One Piece. Don't worry about that. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe because this chapter was crazy and One Piece is heating up. Want to give you guys a quick apology. I do travel for work, so I'm in a hotel somewhere in Sweden right now, but I just had to talk about this chapter. So make sure you drop a like on the video for that, and drop a comment in the comment section telling me how you felt about this chapter, the reveals of the Gorosei, the reveal of Saint Figerland. Like, let me know, guys, what exactly is going on in your head. I know my mind is spinning right now. I can barely get the words out. And of course, this has been your boy Seafood That Guy speaking. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.